Mr. Speaker, I wish to draw your attention to some matters of evidence relating to the use of Aotearoa in this House. Yesterday you referred to the New Zealand Geographic Board's use of Aotearoa as the basis for its use in the House. I wish to draw your attention to the document which sets out the Board's decision-making titled Framework of the New Zealand Geographic Board, April 2018, which sets out the guidance on dual and alternative naming and states, quotes, change should only take place at the will of the public, with each dual name considered case by the Board, end of quotes. It further states, and I quote, the Board has no jurisdiction over the country name of New Zealand, and to change it would require an Act of Parliament, end of quotes. Further, these points find their basis in the New Zealand Geographic Board 2008 section 8.3. Finally, we can draw your attention, sir, to the petition response from the Government Administration Committee in 2008 that said section 8.3 of the Act explicitly states that, quotes, the Board has no jurisdiction to assign a name to or alter the name of, New Zealand. In other words, changing the name of this country, New Zealand, based on the Geographic Board has no basis in law or decisions of the Speaker or of this House. And as such, we seek your consideration on this matter, given your former statements.
Good. Well, because the member might have missed it due to his international commitments, I'm going to read a Speaker's ruling which I gave on the 4th of March 2025, and then I'll make some comments after that. I've been asked to rule on the use of the word Aotearoa in the House. I said I would consider the approach taken by the New Zealand Geographic Board, though that is not binding on this House, which enjoys unfettered freedom of speech. The official name of New Zealand may only be altered by legislation. However, Aotearoa is regularly used in the name of New Zealand, including by the Board itself in its own name and in the title of the legislation that created it. It appears on our passports and our currency. I've pointed out several times that Standing Order 109 members may address the House speaking in English or Te Reo Māori or in sign language. That really is the end of the matter. In light of Standing Order 109, it is not for the Speaker to arbitrate when individual words in any of those forms might be used. I suggested at the time to Ricardo Mendes March that he might like to use Aotearoa New Zealand for the sake of order in the House and to assist anyone who might not understand the term. However, members may speak in any of the three languages at any time. If other members do not like certain words, they do not have to use them. But it's not a matter of order, and I do not expect to have further points of order raised about it. Further, I'll make the point that in his time as serving New Zealand in the capacity of Minister of Foreign Affairs, he would have, over some 5 years or more, presented the New Zealand passport at various passport stations around the world and never had questioned the fact that our passport has the word Aotearoa on the front of it. It was always a New Zealand passport despite the use of that word. I'd further say that through all of those years, I might use a term familiar with the member. Not a syllable, not a sound, not a mutter, not a murmur, no condemnation whatsoever from a government he was part of. That is the end of the matter. Point of order.
Order.
Point of order.
Are you telling this House that your statement is a constitutional authority now for the ruling you just gave?
No.
Yes or no?
No, the answer is no.
Great.
And if the member would like to read the statement later, he'll understand that I wasn't taking that position.